Hey guys, in today's episode of Little Bit Garage, we are installing electric start on my 16 horsepower motor swapped golf cart. It doesn't hardly move yet, but in today's episode we are going to get electric start wired up. We're going to have to build a custom battery box, weld it all together. It's going to be a super fun project. It's going to be a lot of wiring. We got to dig into the motor, put a different flywheel on with teeth, and it's going to be a huge process, but it's going to be really nice because normally you'd have to lift up this bed, pull on it for 10 years, when hopefully after this we'll be able to just crank it up and go rip. But again, it doesn't drive right now. We got to figure out a drive system. But let's get this motor pulled out and let's get our new electric start kit thrown on. So this is the only electric start kit I could possibly find for the Predator 212 Ghost. This is a Ghost racing engine. So this has reinforced ball bearings, like titanium cylinder sleeve things. It's a heavy duty racing engine right out of the box. I even have another one of these. They're so good. I got another one right there. That's one I built. But these ones you don't build. You pull them out of the box, put the exhaust and stuff on it. This is a different exhaust, but put all the stuff on it. It's ready to rip. But this is the only Ghost electric start I could find on the whole internet. So let's hope it actually works, because if it doesn't, this is the only shot we got. It's going to be a lot of wiring. I'm not that good at it. Control panel thing, we got off, run, and start with the key. It's nice. It's got a push button for something, so I think you can wire like headlights or something. Or is that push there? I don't know. So this will probably, I don't know where we would mount this, because this isn't really going to look good anywhere. We could screw it in right there, hide all the wires behind, or over there, or we could just take out the ignition key starter and put it in the original hole right there. That would be nice, but I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. But we got this. I'll lay that out right there. Here is our actual starter motor. This is cool. So this is a mini starter motor. Never seen something this tiny. So there's your gears. Now when this motor speeds up, these gears move forward, which would then turn it over and then they shoot back, so your gears aren't just grinding. But there's our electric start. This looks like mainly plug and play. You probably got a ground right there, and then you just plug it in. Looks like it should be ready to rip. And then we have brackets and instructions for something heavy in there. You want to open that up, Bradley? This is going to be our flywheel. Now, this flywheel is going to have teeth on it, because if you don't have teeth, there's nothing for these gears to grab onto. So I'm not even going to rip this open. It's just a flywheel with gears. Nice and heavy. Yes, that is our coil. So this is going to mount right here next to our flywheel, and this is when it gives it spark, and it should charge it.
Okay, so is there like a little alternator thing? Is it like a battery? Or
yes, so I think this will charge it. I think we gotta take off this wrap, but this coil should charge it. It doesn't come with a battery. Yeah, so that's one thing about this kit, is we're gonna build a homemade lawnmower battery holder right here to wire all this stuff up to.
Not this bad, but you got a lawnmower battery.
Yeah, we got Honda Rancher battery, and then my Project Racing mower that I need belts for has a new lawnmower battery. So we got options, or we can just go pick one up, but they're like $120. This is kind of a budget build. You can open this up, Bradley, take that tape off and stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that comes in the kit. Looks pretty simple, hands down. I know somewhat about electrical. I've built a whole bunch of RC cars that I've wired myself and stuff. Same thing, just huge scale, obviously. But I'm going to clean off this surface right here so it's nice and dry. We'll lay out all of our parts, pull this motor out, and get to tearing this thing apart and throw in our new electric start kit. That looks insane. Powder coated, like a pearl black almost. That is going to look way too nice for this golf cart. Look what it matches though. This thing's going to look awesome. We've got all of our parts laid out over there. Let's cut these wires off and then take off our throttle cable pull this motor out and get our new flywheel thrown on. Split this off, pull this off, and then put the new one back on, new coil, all that. We got a puller for our flywheel here, because obviously you can't just pull it off with your hands. We told you didn't try that. I'm gonna need to get a wrench. Oh yeah, I forgot this existed. It's gonna be a 19 probably. Yeah, what is it? I'm gonna use the big guns.
What anglets think you fit in here?
Oh, careful, careful, careful. Yeah, you're supposed to take off the carburetor and stuff when you do this.
That's fine. Don't let that fall on your foot.
Oh, that works. Hold this. Sorry, hang on.
Do not drop that. It's like...
Change of plans. We thought we knew what we were doing. We didn't know what we were doing, so we had to pull everything apart again. And this time, I think we're doing it right. We had a dude from V-Power, which is the company worker human, tell us what to do.
Tutorial.
And we thought the original coil, which is right here, would mount up to this, which I just now realized we still need.
Mm-hmm.
So we took this coil off, thinking that we would replace that with this. All this is a charging coil. The only thing this is doing is generating electricity. This is still using magnets to create spark for the spark plug. So we're gonna throw that back on in a minute. We gotta get this put on first to get the right size. So this is my completely converted John Deere riding mower with a swapped pulley, so it does insane speeds. Brand new tires and everything. I'm going to be selling it soon. But it needs a belt, it needs some pulley work. And I'm going to have to go to the hardware store anyways, so we're taking this battery. This is the highest cranking amp battery you can get. So it's going to be perfect for the golf cart. Bradley's running over and grabbing some thick wire like this, so we can run it to the motor. Sorry, John Deere, but we will have you back better than ever soon on the channel. So stay tuned for that. We got the new life for this golf cart though. So we're gonna probably mount it over there. But we gotta make a custom mount. But again, we're doing that later after testing. Alright guys, we got everything torqued down. Engine's looking awesome. We got some rubber bushings to cancel vibration. So yeah, I'll see you guys when we're ready to test this thing and fire it up. Well guys, we have long cables, but this looks actually really good. We got our battery, all the new stuff, electric start. We got our little starter right here. This is just a temporarily mount. But, are we ready, Bradley?
Yeah, I think we are.
Ready?
Yep.
Ignition on. Oh my gosh.
Why not? Press, what does this do if we click that?
Must be spark. guys. Let's go hit some trails on this thing. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Stay tuned. I know we said we were going to build a battery box for it, and we will. But there's a lot more issues that I found out about this thing that we need to figure out. One, I need to put a new axle in it because it's open diff, which means you put weight on one tire, the other tire spins. So you can't really drift it. I was sliding it pretty good, but that's because the tires were wet, so it was able to spin both. The belt slips insanely bad. No matter what size belt I get, it slips really bad. So we're going to put a new drivetrain in it, new axle. The kill switch doesn't work. As you guys just saw, I just had to use a screwdriver to pop off the spark plug wire to kill the motor. Electric start works, but the off switch does not. So we got to figure that out. And there's a few more little things we got to tighten up and get cleaned and nice. But I think it's going to do it for today's episode. Stay tuned for the next part of this episode, or build, that we will have this thing completely finished, up and ripping. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.